Greetings, family. Um, my questions and responses are scripted. I usually prepare a nice little script that I read from and provide that information for you so that it's clear, concise, and to the point. But this time I wanted to, at least just this once, come at y'all with a little bit of commentary, right? Just a little something that I want to say to get some things off my chest. So it's not going to be polished, although how I read is usually how I speak. Um, you'll hear me pause, hesitate, say, this is me, Mark Black, being me. So, with that said, I wanted to talk a little bit about what some next steps should be. So, we've seen recently, in the case of Sister Sandra Bland, no indictments for any police in that incident. And as of today, December 28th, 2015, there will be no indictments in the case of little brother Tamir Rice, and the killing that he suffered through the hands of the police there in Cleveland. And I wanted to talk a bit about what should be happening next, at least in my opinion. I remember in my introduction, I told you guys that, I don't speak for all black people. So if you hear me say something that's offensive or pisses you off, I really don't care, but you address it to me. You don't have to address all my people or say that all my people think the way that I do. Black Q&A is a forum for people to ask a question and get an answer from a brother, a black perspective, one black man's perspective. So I'm saying that right off again and reiterating that this is my perspective. This is where I stand. If there are other people that agree, of course, they'll make their appearance, they'll make their opinions known. But this is Mark Black speaking for Mark Black. Next steps. I think that at this particular point, and without mincing words, that it's become apparently abundantly clear that in circumstances such as these, there will be a multi-pronged approach to ensure that no matter what occurs, it is likely that the law enforcement officers involved in these incidents will beat the cases. They will get off, they won't be indicted, or if they are indicted, they won't try the cases in a way that allows for a conviction based off of the facts. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I consider myself a fairly rational individual. I don't tend to fly off the handle. I don't tend to go based off of my emotions. I look at the facts. And when you look at the facts of, little Tamir's situation, how they were able to present this in a way that allowed a jury to be able to justify not handing down an indictment, it speaks volumes to the corruption of the grand jury system, the corruption of prosecutors who basically are, puppets for police unions and their respective jurisdictions, such as the mayors, what have you. It's just flat out disgusting. I mean, it was obvious to anybody who even did a modicum, a small minimum of research into what occurred on that day back in 2014, that the little brother was murdered by the motherfucking cops. By the way, sorry, I'm a little upset, a little heated, so you'll probably hear a little profanity laced throughout, but I'll try to minimize it because I want to get my point across. So, when you can have a case such as the one that just occurred, this lack of accountability, this lack of justice, you have to start asking yourself some really hard questions as a black person, and especially you black men out there. Black men, I want to talk to you for a second. I'm not going to be one of these cats that jump all over you and tell you pieces of shit. You get that enough, Not saying y'all right, because we ain't right. But I'm not going to be sitting here cutting you down. Hopefully what I have to say will inspire you, will bring something out of you that will make you decide to make a change in how we do this thing. I believe wholeheartedly, 100% without reservation, that our next steps need to be arming and defending our own selves. Now, if you think that's radical, if you say, Mark Black, man, you just as bad as them crackers, or whatever it is that you want to say, that's fine. But I have, again, definitive reasons why I'm suggesting such a course. First of all, a lot of us brothers got our big egos, and we got no problem in some cases picking up the fist, picking up the knife, picking up the gun in a lot of cases against our own, right? Nigga, you ain't gonna disrespect me, I'll fuck you up, right? We ain't got no problem, no plex at all about standing up against our own. Blood or Crip, GD, Vice Lords, just neighborhood gangs acting stupid, right? Two cats at a barbecue get into an argument, somebody end up dead. Not saying it happens all the time, but it happens often enough, right? You cats is bold as hell when it comes to attacking another brother, another black man. But you can watch officer after officer after officer coming out here shooting people, beating people. Hell, in Oklahoma, we even had one cat raping people, man, raping women, 13 women, forcing them to suck his dick or forcing them to give him sex. Luckily, that son of a bitch got convicted, but how often does that happen? You'll sit here and swear up and down you the man when it comes to fighting your own. But these people, and I'm not going to sit here and be like, fuck white people. That's not my role. That's not how I roll, right? You know who I'm talking about, though. You know the bigots that I'm talking about. You know the instruments. Because that's what the cops are. That's what they've always been in this country. The instruments to protect the ones that got from the ones who ain't got, right? You know who I'm talking about. These individuals now have essentially carte blanche, right? They got the white card to come out here and just do whatever, whenever, and however. And the likelihood of them seeing even the inside of a jail for more than 5 minutes is slim. And the likelihood of them actually being held accountable is damn nearly none. Where are you, brothers? Where are you? Right? Where's the cats that was like the Black Panther Party for self-defense? Where are y'all at? Right? And I'm including myself in on this, right, brothers? So I'm not shitting on you. This is an indictment on us all. It's an indictment on us all that our women, that our children can go out here and face what they gotta face every day, and we do nothing. We do nothing. So next steps, brothers. All of you who are non-felons out there, save your money. You can spend money to go and get a new pair of J's, but you can't spend money to go get a new Smith & Wesson Model 59 with a damn concealed carry permit. You can save money to go get a new Xbox, but you can't go and pick up a $129 shotgun at Walmart. Come on now. Come on now. Go and get one. One weapon. I'm not even talking about getting an arsenal, brothers. I'm not talking about going out here and picking up AK-47s or AR-15s or MAC-10s or 11s or Uzis or whatever the hell. I'm just talking about get one firearm and get it licensed. Get it legit. Get it legal. All right? And for a change, instead of turning that weapon on your brother, be willing. Just consider the possibility of being willing to stand and defend and willing to die to protect your shit, your people, your women, your children. I'm not telling you to go out and kill Whitey. That's stupid. But damn it, when they come into our neighborhoods and they come to kill us, why aren't they afraid that they're not going to go home at night? Why ain't we seeing little white kids from the parents that live in the suburbs crying on TV? Scared because they don't know if they daddy gonna make it home that night. I don't wish that on anybody, to be honest, but we at a point where we need to wake the fuck up. For whatever reason. I don't care if you claim economic. I don't care if you claim black nationalist. I don't care if you Hebrew Israelite. I don't care if you Nation of Islam. I don't care where you stand in any of the so-called black political spectrums, whether you right, left, whether you vote for Trump or Hillary. I don't give a fuck. There comes a point in time when all of that has to go out the window. When all of that has to be set aside and just deal with the facts. And the fact is, black man, is that they are killing you. They're not just killing you, they're killing your children. They're killing the women. There was a 55-year-old grandmother who just got killed in Chicago. Just got killed. And wait a minute, it was an accident. They hurried up and raised their hand this time and said, oh, no. No, we was trying to kill the young nigga with the bat. We wasn't trying to kill the old lady. We're sorry. Sorry, don't bring that lady back to her peoples. Do it. Why are we still calling the cops? There's another next step, peoples. Why are we depending on them to police our neighborhoods? Look, I'm going to keep it 100. I grew up in the projects. I know the hood like I know Wall Street, right? Like I can maneuver my way through business environments, but I also came from the hood. And we all know who the cats are that's doing the dirt. You know who the guy is who's a fence. You know who the guy is who's a G. You know who the drug dealers are. You know who these motherfuckers are. Why do they feel safe being in our neighborhoods doing this shit? Everybody say, oh, well, what about black on black crime? Look, I'm not going to be that dude. I already know white people commit just as many crimes. Latino people commit just as many crimes. Look, people commit crimes with the people they're around. But there is no excuse whatsoever for us to continue to allow some of the shit that happens in our neighborhood to happen. Look, if you a hustler, I get it, right? Ain't no jobs out there. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got money for a business. So why ain't you hustling just enough to get your ass into school? Or hustling just enough to open up a business? Why you got fly ass rims on an old ass car, but you ain't got no money to open up a business or do something for yourself? So you ain't got no excuse. And all you punk ass, poop butt, gangster ass niggas out there, I got something I want to tell you straight up. I was there. And if you need my bona fides, Crenshaw Mafia, 104th Street, all day, every day. I was representing. I was out there just like you. And I'm going to tell you something. When we had the peace treaties back in the early 90s, where Farrakhan came into the community and started telling us to unite, that was our best chance to actually stand up and be something more than the damn victimizers of our own people. You little bastards out there claiming red, claiming blue, claiming this, claiming that, claiming blocks you don't even fucking own. You need to wake up. And I tell you the truth. It's our fault. Us older brothers. It's our fault. I'm in my 40s now. That whole gang thing is far beyond me. But it's our fault. Because we should have been kicking y'all ass and making sure that y'all wasn't out there doing that shit. And we didn't do that. And even now that you got guns and you got gold fronts and you think you the man, you walking around carrying your nuts full of testosterone, thinking you a boss, we should be in your ass right now. Because the fact is you're idiots. You don't even know your head's from a hole in the ground and you think you're running something. You want to run something? You want to show me how badass you are? You want to show me how tough you are, little gangsters? I'll tell you how you show me. Take those same weapons that you've been pointing at each other and stand in the perimeter around this neighborhood you claim, and you make sure that nobody from outside that neighborhood or inside the neighborhood comes and defend it or comes and hurts you. You stand up and you defend it against all enemies, foreign and domestic. You do that, and I guarantee you I'll be the first one to stand up and give you props. Until then, y'all ain't about shit. And if we older brothers were smart, we would give you one chance to turn it around. And then after that, we'd be turning the guns on you and making sure your asses were going your own way. So here it is, in a nutshell. I'm throwing it out there. We need to be arming and defending ourselves. If you want to call it, the deacons of defense like our brothers did down south during Jim Crow, that's fine. If you want to call it the rifle club, that's fine too. If you want to call it the shooting gallery, I don't give a damn what you call it. But we should be arming and defending our own people. Our people should never have to call them at the risk of getting their children killed, or their grandmothers killed, or their fathers killed, or their uncles killed by these monsters in human skin. They ain't here to serve and protect us. They've made that clear. So if we continue to keep doing more of the same, if we keep continuing to march and protest and beg and plead, and then when they say no, we get mad and burn up where we live, even though we don't own shit there, right? If we continue to keep doing the same stuff, then why are we surprised when we keep getting the same reaction? We keep getting the same stuff in return. Look, all Mark Black is saying is get together, organize, be strategic in your thinking and tactical in your actions. Stop talking so much about what you plan to do and putting it on Twitter and Facebook and this, that, and the other. They don't need to know what it is that we thinking. Matter of fact, the worst thing you can do to the average white supremacist bigot out here is to not tell them nothing. They used to being able to predict this. What if they held a riot and nobody showed up? Start doing something different, peoples. Why does there have to be any more Tamirs? Why does there have to be any more Seans or Sandras or Walters or Mike Browns? You know what I'm saying? Or Erics. How come does there have to be any more Amadou Diallos? You know what I'm saying? How does it have to be any more Abner Luimas? When are we going to wake up and recognize one important thing? That no matter what we've done, this shit hasn't changed. And they have made it clear, patently clear. All you have to do is jump on social media right now. Any of you on Flipboard, any of you on Twitter, any of you on Facebook. And you'll see that the average one of these Americans out here are falling right in line. They justified it already. Well, he was going to his waist. And you know what happens when they go to their waist? Well, he took the little orange cap off of the gun and he was waving it around. That would look like somebody needs to shoot him to me. Oh, yeah. They've already jumped on board. So nothing you say or do to try to educate them, to try to change what they thinking, it's not going to change them. Stop doing it. Stop feeding them. Get together, organize, be strategic in your thinking, be tactical in your action, and do something else. Brothers, please. I'm not sitting here saying y'all pieces of shit. Y'all can be mighty, but y'all haven't been. We haven't been. And we need to own that. That's all I really wanted to say about it, man. I'm hurt, heartbroken, but even more resolved that this system of racism, white supremacy, has got to go. I'm even more resolved. And every day that passes, I become more and more resolved. Brothers, wake up. Get resolved with me. Sisters, back they play. There's some shit that needs to happen. that needs to happen. It's not that we want it to happen, but it needs to happen. And if you think we won't pay a price for what has to happen, you're sadly mistaken. Back your brothers' play. Brothers, get together, be organized, be strategic, be tactical, and do something else, please. I'm asking. No, I'm begging you. I don't want to have to protest in my own community. I don't want to have to raise a placard to say what I'm saying here. I'm begging y'all. Do something else. This is Mark Black, man, for Black Q&A. I'm your brother. I love you all. Keep those questions coming. I'll be more than glad to answer them from my own perspective, Black first perspective, unapologetically Black. And that's the way it is. Peace.